Hey everybody, happy Monday. It is Monday, December the 2nd, and I'm here to give you some guidance for your week ahead. Um, First announcement is we have brought back year ahead readings. So I don't think we've done this for 2 years now, but we've brought them back because we've had a lot of requests for it. So there's limited spots available, and you will be able to book. There's a few spots in December and then in January, and then they will come down. That reading will come down because we're kind of doing the 2025 thing. So if that is something you are wanting to do, then definitely check that out before they are gone. It's a great way to kind of like have an idea of what 2025 is going to look like. And maybe some of you are like, I don't even want to know. If this was a tough year, maybe you're like, I don't really want to know. But it is kind of fun to have and be able to look back on. I know I have looked back on, the year ahead readings, even just the collective year ahead that Mandy and I do on the podcast. I'll like to go back and like check to see, what things came to fruition, what didn't, all the fun things. So check that out. And yeah, I am using the Spirit Animal. Well, I'm using the Pocket Oracle, so that's why it's like super, super small, but it's such a good deck. So definitely check that out if you are looking for a deck. I will be pulling 3 cards, and your job is to just pick card 1, 2, or 3, whatever's calling you this week. Maybe a few of them, maybe all of them. It's completely fine to go with whatever you kind of receive. And yeah, so here is card 1. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. All right, let me feel into this. So I'm getting the feeling, so what they're kind of like coming forward is, it feels like maybe you're being headstrong on something. And it feels like you're being asked to kind of like take a step back and just kind of soften into it, let it go, release it a bit. I feel this energy of kind of like up front and center, like, no, this is wrong. Do you see that anger? I don't know why I'm acting it out, but this is what I'm like seeing in my head. It's like, it just feels like there's this something that you're maybe clinging on to, something that feels unjust, and it's just really taking up a lot of your energy, because when we have, emotions create energy, and when we have, the emotion of anger, frustration, that can take up a lot of energy, and really it's depleting your energy field, and they're like saying it's like being wasted on whatever it is that has got you up in arms, or that you're frustrated with, or that you feel is unjust, and that it's kind of like this message that it's time to kind of like, I'm hearing let go, and then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, but if it's unjust, you don't let go. So maybe this message is for me too. But it's kind of like, at the end of the day, they're like saying, holding on past this point is only affecting you, and only being a negative for you. So kind of like take us a deep breath, and just trying to just soften your emotions and viewpoint on it, and maybe even take a step back and see the bigger picture, and just allow yourself that space to. A card fell out, and I just have no idea if that's for card 2 or not. I think it's for card 1. That's so funny. It says, watch your words. Oh, So that feels, connected to this message. So yeah, watch how you're speaking to yourself or speaking to this situation. Be mindful of that, because our words carry a vibration, and they settle into our energetic field, and they go out into the energetic field, and the others are receiving it, and could just be creating this like back and forth turmoil. So yeah, I hope that makes sense and that it is helpful. Yeah. Okay, card 2. I was hearing take the higher road, and of course my stubborn side was like, stop. What if you always take the higher road? I definitely think this one's for me too. So I'm with ya. I feel it. All right, card 2. Lay a solid foundation. The beaver spirit. Okay, one second. So I'm instantly being brought to my root chakra. So your root chakra is all about safety, security, money, all of that type of emotion. And we also find like the foundations are built here. So and it feels like it's kind of like there's a few kind of scenario or examples of like how building a solid foundation. So part of it feels like, for maybe some of you, it's maybe you have like an idea, whether it's a business idea, whether it's something that a creative idea, and that you're really excited about, and kind of just, when we get really excited, sometimes we're just like, whoop, and just want to like go fast and do it all. But then we miss like the beginning steps, like that kind of foundation that needs to be built, and whatever we end up kind of creating, because we're so excited that we're just kind of pushing through to the fun stuff, the good part, the end, it doesn't last, and it doesn't sustain, because the foundation was never there. So partly this message feels like that whatever you're creating, you pay extra attention to the foundation, the parts of like slowing down, sitting with it, understanding it, like laying it out. Like they're showing me all different things, like whether it's a project of building something and it's like, okay, let's just lay it out. Let's just, understand how we're moving forward. Same with a business. Like, let's not jump ahead. Let's just really like sit in it, work with it, and allow it to come forward before you kind of start moving ahead. And then I also feel like part of it is could be connected to relationships. So whether that's a love relationship, whether that's a family relationship, a friendship, but really kind of like taking this time to focus on the foundations, focus on the root stuff, like the real strong stuff, not kind of like the superficial stuff that maybe that's what we see, but really kind of going deeper with it, and creating a deeper connection. If it's a new relationship, like really kind of not getting caught up in all of the love bud stuff, it's so easy to, but kind of, really like having those deeper conversations, having those questions, asking the questions, and actually receiving the answers. And if these answers are not what you want, like don't kind of breeze over and be like, oh, but I'm just like, so like, I like this idea of this. It's like, no, go deeper, and really kind of listen to yourself. So building the strong foundations is going to be what makes any relationship last, or any project or business last. Okay, card 3. I like this deck. Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. All right. So just feel this energy of like pause. It's time to pause and observe what's kind of going on around you. It's not time right now to make decisions. It's time to just kind of sit in it, pause, allow, because it feels like messages or signs are waiting to like come in. And when I say messages or signs, it's not like, this intuitive, well, we're all intuitive. Everybody's intuitive. That's why Mandy and I teach it. So yes, it is that way, but it's like, I'm not saying in the sense, I don't know how to access my intuition. So how am I going to receive signs and messages? But we always are. Our spirit guides are always sending us signs and messages, whether we're aware of it or not, whether we're aware that, that synchronicity was actually the universe, spirit, giving that to you. It doesn't matter if you're aware or not, but it just feels like, just if you're looking to make a move, like some type of change, shift, that right now it's just time to kind of sit and wait a little longer, because it feels like more information is going to come in. There's going to be more guidance that's going to come forward, so that when it's time to kind of like step forward and make a decision, you're going to have more of a holistic idea of what to do or what's kind of going on. So right now it's just kind of like, just wait, just kind of sit with it and be curious and see kind of like what comes through. I know like waiting is probably some of the most frustrating thing for some of us. And maybe you feel like you've been waiting forever and ever and ever, but they're just asking for a little bit more patience with it, because it feels like clarity is coming soon, and it kind of feels like at the end of the month or January. So it just kind of feels like this month you're just supposed to just be present, just be you. I hope that helps you for this week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.